another 3, okay? While the second one is going to do a plank. You know what a plank is, right? Do a plank, and the third one's going to stretch. As soon as you finish your 6, 3 on each leg, you just rotate through. From there, from the core to the stretch, from the balance to the stretch to the core, core and in, okay? Just easy. Only going to toss it at you. Just going to be easy. Yep, no cheating. Get in that plank. So you've got 3 little pieces. Yeah, it's wobbly, isn't it? And you could use 1, you could use 2. Yeah. Again, I'm doing what we would normally do. Another thing you could do here is just, if you just click on one wheel for me, yep, and just rotate through. Will, you over there? Give us a push. So, push that again so the video goes. So if you see up here, right here, we don't have any of the wobble pillars out, but you'll see how Joe in a minute, the one that's working, will change into the kind of next exercise. And then one of the other goalkeepers, Tyler's down just doing the plank. So we would do this because obviously you're activating your body, but you're also getting your handling in, okay? So now you can see as it moves on, we've got him turning into it, but it's minimal movement. Minimal movement, all right? We're warming up, okay? We're back into the beginning. First one. So to give you an idea, we can go back into the beginning. We'll put a little, actually do the foot one first. We'll do the little one where you're in with a toss. Now you're just going to be balancing off, and you're going to do 3 with the inside of your foot. 3 little passes and switch. So now, side plank, just stretching, all right? Again, what we're doing with the pillow, we're talking about details. When you're using 1 or 2 of them, we're looking at where their upper body is. How many goalkeepers come in and they set high? So we're looking at getting their nose over toes, their palm to palm, and having that weight on the balls of their feet, not their tiptoes. All right, you hear a lot of coaches, get on your toes, get on your toes. Yes, the next thing that happens once you're on your toes is you're on your backside on the floor, or you're diving backwards. That's what happens. The balls of your foot, almost like a squat platform. Of course, we want to use the feet as well, because we're a football player. Plus, it switches on our eyes, because now we've actually got to concentrate watching it onto our feet. Brilliant. How many goalkeepers at the elite level catch the ball on their heads here? Or they're looking through here. Yeah, they can do it with the easy one, but then all of a sudden one comes at pace, comes off the outside of their hand, and they've given up a rebound. This is where it all starts, okay? From there, we would move it on, and now we start getting a bit quicker. So all we're going to, you've got to imagine there's a goal line here. Can you do that? All you're going to do is imagine there's a goal line, little one forward, little one back, little one forward, in set. So imagine you're going back, forward, back, forward. All right, you're going to do it 3 times. All I want over here now, okay, you've done the sides, right? Let's go on your front plank, on your elbows, sorry, on your elbows. As you come up, just slowly put one arm out and come back in. Make sense? Woo, like that. All right, here we go. Let's do 4, Jay. Can you feel that? So now, again, there's not too much movement. They're just getting going. It gives them time to do what they need to do with the stretching, getting them going. About 3 or 4. I feel like you're giving the ball back slower to kill your pal. And switch. You dead yet? You feel that one, though? But if you ask them afterwards, when they start moving, just doing a bit of core work, doing a bit of upper body work, will make them more switched on in here and firing. Again, with goalkeeping, a lot of people think it's all footwork. It's not. Ball moves now, men's and women's game, above 70 miles an hour. By the time you lift the foot and put it back in, the ball's gone past you. You've got to be able to move your upper body. Cheater. There, go on then, switch up. Change. I wouldn't, in our sessions, get into them too much about this right now. I would just let them do it. This is a time, again, they're getting themselves going. I'm not going to go into too many coaching points until we obviously get into the goal. I will say they've obviously been fairly well trained because their shape isn't bad. They're not jumpy. And I'm not just saying that because they're standing there. Is that it? And relax. Okay. So from there, again, let them get a drink, do whatever they were doing in regular training. Now we start coaching them a little bit. Now we start ramping it up, okay? So what I'm going to need is one of you in here. Doesn't matter which one. You're all going to do it. One either side of me here and here. Jay, come in. You can. Yeah. like this. I don't have to serve. Go in the middle, Jay. So you can do this one with hands or feet. We're going to do it with hands first, so ball in hand. All I want you to do, set your feet, okay? You're going to take from Jay to start with and play the open player, right? Done it before, yeah? Okay. Just do it and let me see what happens. So automatically, what have they started to do? Anyone that's sitting close that I can hear? What? Yeah, they're thinking, but they're doing something that I don't like. Going too quickly. They've gone for speed before they go for quality. So now they've slowed it down to like minuscule. For me, what I would prefer is this ball to go in with more pace so I can start looking at their shape. All right, so now it's in. Now you can get out of it. Now you're watching the ball, okay? Yeah, see, now there's more pace. All right, the pace is key. Yeah, go on, go from there. Good, good, good. Always trying to work the face, but every now and then, you never know, one might come there. And what did you do? Do you catch like that? What would I say to you? Take it underneath. All right, Jay, come back in. All right, switch around. Just have one more of you have a go. Just switch, one of you two switch. One more. Jason's not going in, is he? Here we go, straight away. So now I would be looking at what they're doing down here. And straight away, she's quite toey, meaning she's quite up. All right, so we want her to drop your heels a little bit so you're more balanced. Be balanced. Think that you've got to dive low, not that you've got to dive high. But they're all taking their hands to the ball, which is good. And now the concentration is pretty decent. And they're getting the hands going. All right, and relax there. Next one, go in. Ball's onto the floor. Again, this is a warm-up. Have to use 2 touches. Everything's the same, but you've got to use 2 touches with your feet. All right? Here we go. Just play. So now, straight away, you've transitioned into the feet. We're talking about making them think. If you do all handling and then all feet, it doesn't always work out. All right? We want to make sure that we're building into it because as soon as they go in with a team, they've got to use their feet as well. So it's just getting them going nice and loose. Other things we can do in there, just hold. First one back in, just nice and quick. Another one we can do with the feet, stay quite tight. It's going to come off of a bounce on a volley. All right, so it's hand service. Watch the serve Jay does. Inside of the foot, wait for the bounce though. So it's a little bounce and just in. Yep, pop it into hands. Pop it into hands. Use the foot it comes to. Yep, here we go. Tighter, 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 tighter. There we go. So now she's got to concentrate on obviously getting the ball all the way in. It changes again how much concentration. Makes her think. But we want her to maintain her goalkeeping stance all the time. Sounds simple when you say it. All of a sudden they're doing it. And hold there. All right. So have you done that before? No. All right. That's fine. I've got no problem with that. But now you're starting to see you've got to play with a whole body. Straight from the beginning of the session and be switched on. All right? Details there, simple. You hit their hands every single time. No excuses. All right? Not for you. I'm talking about professional goalkeepers, but you should be aspiring to do that. All right? So now again, you're looking at concentration. What you wanted to do was keep moving. Why not wait for the ball to come a little bit? Yeah, just play it in. Have a look where it is and then just spin out. All right? You've got to be more balanced. You know when I was saying your tippy toe in here? Now you're in here tippy toe. And it's all frantic, all right? Just settle your feet, and then you can pop it. All right, from there, we would build it bigger. Just step back behind those dummies. You can stay in. Notice one thing. I've had her in here. As much as you can be in this and in the 6, you want to be in there. Basics. Okay, we've all been on YouTube right now. They're throwing around that clip on there's a fire, and the goalkeepers are diving over the fire. It's quite comical, but it doesn't help you. You need to be in this as much as you can. This is smaller, but we're going to build into it the way it should be. Will, you can give that a click. Just come out so you're out your 6 because you won't be in there. Imagine these dummies are 20 yards. Ball on the floor. Everything is exactly the same. You play the open player, but you're playing them with your feet. Make sense? Here we go. Just play. Always 2 touch. The servers can move either side of the dummies to make them think. So they've got to bring their heads up. The next thing we're going to be looking at with them is, are they bringing their head up early? So are they taking the touch, then taking too much time? Typically in a game, when we get the ball back, we're getting it back because we're in trouble. So we need to know where we're going and keep the ball moving in that direction. What we don't want to do is stop the ball. And she's actually doing a pretty good job of it. It's a decent pass. That's it. Always your body behind. Try and be a bit quicker between your touches. It's touch and play. It's too long. You'll get closed down. Touch and play. Bang, play. Better. And obviously you can open this up. Halfway plus 10, whatever you want to do. But again, the reason you want the dummies is you can slowly move the player so they're not where she thought they were. And that way it keeps it moving nice and sharp. The key points we would be making, again, is the speed of play. You are not a number 10. We're all talking about it. Edison right now. Edison's this, Edison's that. Remember who he's playing the ball to. All right? Yeah, he's got a lovely ping on him. Obviously talking about the Man City keeper. But he's playing it. That's a decent strike. He's playing it to players that can receive it and deal with it. And that's the difference. Okay, and hold there. Well done. Just have a little breather just while we set up the next one. Jay, just set this one up. The footwork. So, regular session. All of that would have taken about 15 minutes. Okay? And we would have been quite casual amongst it. We wouldn't be too intense. I think a lot of people think the higher level you've got to go, you've got to be like that. We would want quality. They would work the passing, maybe 2 minutes apiece, and then you'd move on. And then we would change the service for each one. What I want you to think about is how many other distributions you can do in the same setup, because that's what we would do. On a different day, we would have a different passing pattern. But just things that replicate the game. See a lot of goalkeepers as well, passing and turning, but turning not the way you do in a game. Right here, we bring them up to around 12. They're going to be somewhere between 12 and 25, and they're using the angles that they would be using in a game. All right, opening it up, trying to find that open person. Ladies, just back in here. And obviously you're building their warmth. Now we start going into ramping up the session and making it a little bit quicker. You don't need the inside ones. So what I need, me and Jay will serve. All of you can drop in, but 2 of you are going to work at a time. So 1 behind the blue and 1 in between here. Okay? So the one that's in here, just push that slide on there, Will. Push it 1 more. That's the passing. So now we're going to be doing a bit of footwork. Just let that play. You can do a million footwork patterns. Again, for me, yes, I've got them out of position, but I want them off of the line. All right, just been down at the combine. A lot of goalkeepers sinking into the goal. All right, we want to get them used to being where they would be. So the different footwork patterns, when I say yep, you're just going to have a little side step to each cone. Between those two, so you'll go to red, then to yellow, then back to middle. At the same time, double touch forward, boom, boom, around yellow and into that hole. Nice and quick, bang, and it's going to be a volley. Make sense? Once you've gone, both of you switch sides, switch places, and then once you've both gone, then the next one can go in. Make sense? Just a little volley into hands, Jay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yep. Okay, you don't have to go around that yellow, around this yellow. So you just come straight in and round. Make sense? Switch places. So when you come through the blue, just come straight around the yellow. Yeah, you can go. You're both going both places. Here we go. Yep. Little quick one around there. Good. You don't have to touch. Just straight into this gap. All right? There you go. Just have yourself a little rotation. Yep. Straight in. Bang. Good. Yep. Starts getting quick. Okay, so this is where you've got to be ready. So the 2 of you just need to work. Once you've both done both, then the 3rd one drops in. Does that make sense? So you both do both, then the 3rd one drops in. But you're starting to ramp up now. Okay? Here we go. Yep. Bang, bang. Just straight in. Good hands. Well done. Yep, back up. Next 2 are in. Yep. Hands. Well done. So some of the things we'll be looking at here. Yep. Touch. Well done. Drop me another ball. Sorry, that's a bad serve. One thing we're looking at here is the acceleration and the decel. So start thinking how quick you move and then how slow you can get by the time the ball comes for both of you, all right? Yep. Hands, well done. One more. Yeah. Who said yeah? Did you sneak a yep?
I got you.
Get back in there. No, and again, and again, and again. You've got to tell the difference between the English accents. Hey, wait. I want quick, but I want quick when I'm ready. Right, you're both ready this time. Good. Go. Hands and relax. So, a couple of things I'm looking at. The change of movement. Again, not going over too many obstacles. 2 things, 2 movements. That's the game. I'm in here. Ball moves. I've got to move in line. Ball moves. I've got to drop off. Okay? The same as on the video. There's 2 sets of 2, and they're just looking at the different movements coming through. The movements aren't, no one's creating a movement. They're goalkeeping movements. One thing for me is we don't pick our knees up. You keep the feet in contact with the floor as much as you can. The second is you don't move your arms and pump them. You're not doing speed work with a fitness coach. You're doing it for goalkeeping. So if we're moving around in here, yeah, a little bit of movement, but we're not hands back here, because what if the shot comes? You're bang in trouble. You need the palms to come together. But you can't also be dead stiff, because you'll be in trouble with that as well. What we would do then is move it on. So 1 behind and 1 in this one. So the 1 from the blue is going in that side this time. The 1 from the blue is going in that side. Good GPA. What? So lateral, face that way. Double touch through and turn straight in sharp. Okay? Same movement here is side to side. Now we change the service. It's on a drop volley. Just watch the ball. Just set. Okay? You good? Yep. So it's nice and quick. Good. Nice little takes. Well done. And you switch. Ready to go. Yep. Okay, so straight away, one thing I'm going to say to you, look at me. Actually, look at this. When you're doing the footwork, you're looking at the floor. Eyes stay on this. Yep. Eyes stay on this. You know where the cones are? Take. Well done. When you set, make sure your hands come out towards us. Yep. Good feet. Good pick up. Well done. Last one. Yep. Great movement. Yep. And relax. Well done. So the other point I would make in here, and again, people, I think you've got to do all these different exercises and that. It's the details in it. Footwork again. Make sure we're grazing over them. But when I get in here, what do I want to do to get in there? And then what's my next one? Sprint. Come into it, okay? If I'm all the way here, typically, where might I be in the goal? If I'm facing that way. Go on. Where might I be? Or on that post. I'm not going to be here if it's a cross. Tell you what, the cross is coming from there, I'm in trouble. I'd be there on the post, right? That could be this position. So once I turn, if the ball's all the way back behind me, I want to turn and then decel into it. That's what I'm saying. It's how quick you accelerate and then how quick you decel. Okay? Obviously, from this setup, and you can see from there we're doing different setups in there, you can do every piece of handling. So the other things we've got to go through, striking from the ground, maybe a side volley, okay? But I want to keep everything in here because that's where we are in the session. Rep-wise, we would do a maximum of 6 of any one type of movement. That's the max rep we would do is 6. And we might do, say, three different sets. So you're looking at 18 reps total. Obviously, one of them gets to rest all the time, okay? Or typically in the session, they're serving with me, so they're working their feet as well. I'm just letting them stay in there, okay? So from the footwork, would you say you're getting warmer? If you'd have done 18 reps, would you be warmer? I think you were warm from doing the plank. From there, we would move it on. Jay, we just need that little gate out now. But the pieces I want you to think about is what do you do within the exercise? Where are their heads? Where are their hands? We're talking about them being in, looking out their eyebrows, relaxed with the upper body, nose over toes, and ready to move 2 as a unit. Okay? If they're up on their tiptoes and narrow, they can't do that. And you're going to see how that happens right now. Keep that red bar like chest height, just so they don't kill themselves. So, again, I don't know if they've ever done this, but now we're looking into the technical aspects of what we're doing, which is obviously shot stopping. So they're coming into the dive, okay? Just flash that on 2. Go again. Yeah, just play that. So you're seeing the video here. We're doing it with handling. So Joe's actually going under, around backwards, and around forwards. For me, this is real footwork. Okay? This is realistic to the game. Moving forward and backwards. That's what happens. You can put 20 cones down, but you don't go through 20 cones. Granted, you don't go through 2 cones. But you're trying to create, as you get going, the movements you would do. We won't do the handling one. What we're going to look at is a little bit of technical diving. Listen, if you trust Jason, he's going to try and kill you. Warning you. So they're going to be set in here. You need to be a decent distance away from it because you're going under it. All it's going to be, we'll play the serve and you'll just bang into the dive. And I'm just going to look at your technical shape. Make sense? You don't go on a word, you go on the ball. So just come in onto this side, Jay, you can serve. So get yourself comfortable where you would be. Just play the ball as you would. Okay, here we go. Good. Yep, next one's in, ball's back. Eyes on the ball. Good. So the reason, just keep going. The reason we're using the pole is we're looking again, technically we're getting him into shot stopping. We want that body, the head and the hands going to the ball first. What we don't want is this. Because now I can't get over my knee. And when we're talking about the elite level, I'm just talking, it's time. Everything's about time. How quick can you get down and in? Already with them, I can see they want to footwork. Watch their feet. They want to get an extra step in. Really, it could just be there, bang, and let their hands go. Okay? I found this in the women's game a lot. They want to footwork for everything and not use their arms. Watch how tight they keep their arms. It's just natural for them. They don't let the hands go. Everything stays in here. So now you've limited your range. If they could drive their hands towards, they'll get further. That's actually pretty good. So hold there, Jay. So when you move, forget about going before your head and hands go. What we need to think about, bang as a unit, and they actually go slightly before. I want you to get your hands outside your body. Think about you taking a cross. Or do you take a cross like this? You do stretch it? There you go. Do the same thing here. All right, drive hard. Go through the ball. There you go. Now catch it. Load your front leg and just go through with the hands. There. So straight away, again, I'm asking someone that maybe isn't used to doing it. What I'd look for here, and you can see Joe doing it, you see how he's moving through the save. You have to wait for the dive in again. So you shouldn't be landing on the floor. You should be sliding through. Good finish, Jay. You should be sliding through. And then if you need to go to one hand, you can. But if we get the movement wrong, we're in trouble. Because, hold there, Jay. All right, there's going to be more pace, but just do exactly what you've been doing. But you just move your upper body quick. You good? Here we go. Pretty good, right? The slide's pretty good going through. Watch this, not me. Watch this. Yep, not bad though. So, one thing I'm going to say to you, did you see it go in? Huh? No. Watch the ball. Sounds silly. Watch the ball. Watch it the whole time. You ready? Not bad. Not bad at all. The more we watch the ball, the more chance we've got of that extra half a yard. Okay? Watch the ball, not me. Watch the ball. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Hey, look where you are and look where I've put it. Don't worry about the goal. The technique's quality and you're pushing. What I would say to you, can you get the two hands going a bit harder rather than separating straight away? Okay? Watch the ball this time. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. And relax. Jay, come to this side. One thing, if you're doing anything like this, and obviously you don't have to go under a pole, what I also tell you is for the male keepers that we do it with, that do it all the time, that's the height they go at. It's very technical. It's my belly button. Okay? That's the height we measure it to. I'm only keeping it higher because you've not done it before. That's all. So, sorry, we'll move it on. So we'll go from this side, but now we put in a little bounce. So you're seeing the progressions of what happens. So slightly angle yourself. Let us slightly angle ourselves. There you go. So you're facing Jay. He's going to bounce the ball with you. Just catch it. There you go. You don't have to. Jay's not working. When I say yep, you'll turn and face me and set. That's it. Find that, not me. Everything else is the same. Ready? You ready for me to say yep? Yep. Now it's all quicker, okay? Do you feel that you went with one hand or two hands? 100%, because that one's in the floor. Here we go, straight away. Yep. Touch, up. Good stuff, well done. Hey, that's a great touch, no? Keep watching that ball. Yes, Jay. Yep. Yep, you're not watching the ball. Keep watching it for me, all right? You're so close, but your eyes on it are keeping you away from it. Yep. Touch, well done. So, again, this is where you'd start talking about, for me, that's quality. Not just because she's made the save and obviously it was going probably a yard, 2 yards inside the post. Where's it gone? You've just used the pace on the ball. You've not tried to do anything else other than go through the ball. And after you've saved it, you're still sliding. Do you know what I mean? That's key. You can build it on. Now inside of the foot volleys, Jay, off the bounce. So we're making them think. Okay, these are all little progressions. So it's nice and sharp. There you are, she's got a left foot. Yep. Catch. You're not going to catch it, go to catch it. You can always go to deflect after you've gone to catch. You can't go to deflect and then catch it. Watch the ball. I hope that was Jason that swore and not you. Yep. Good take, well done. Same thing, no bounce. No bounce. So again, you're just changing it every time, just making them think. Yep. Good take. Well done. And relax. That's good work. So these are little pieces now that I'd be working within them, is all this movement underneath. Once they started pushing through, their range will get bigger. But you've got to keep on at them and on at them. And that's obviously why there's a camera on the field, is for us to see that happening. So they're looking for that slide going through, not just dropping in behind it and making the save, okay? Using this, just step out of the way so they can see. Using this, all that's for is to make that go first. If that's not there, the more pace you put, eventually they're just going to do that. So all that's to do is to let them push under, making sure that they're going with two hands as much as possible and keeping their shape. What I'll say to both of them, and I'll give them credit, is to all three of them, I'll give them credit, is their shape is good. None of them have stepped up here. They've kept their nose over and they're pushing through, okay? From there, you can push that on again, Will, if you're still back there, you're not asleep. From there, we just move it on. Now we're looking, in fact, we're going to do the bottom one first. We're looking at a little bit of movement and bringing it live. So they've gone from stationary to speed to now the technical work to them pushing it a little bit harder. So what we're looking at is now putting them into position in the goal. But notice again where we had the barrier. We had the barrier at a position where they're coming out. We don't need those yet, Jay. I'm going to do this one first. We had the barrier where I would want them to set. If you look where the one was on the screen with Joe and Tyler, that was here. For them, I just had it a little bit tighter because that's realistic to where you go. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Now we're starting to pick it up. Obviously, there's functional work at the end of training, so we've got to make sure that they're live and ready. They've done their technical work, so now we start putting in a bit of pace. The two that aren't in, just wait out, because the ball's going to move a bit now. Just a little bit. So you're going to start in the middle. You've got 2 reds and 2 yellows. You can go to either of the reds or either of the yellow. You see what I'm saying? So if I say red, you can go to either red. No, that's not red, that's yellow. This one. You got it? All you're going to do is come back in. Saw the shots. I'm what now? 8 yards? So that's what's coming. I'm trying not to go outside of your body width, basically out of those cones. Make sense? But there will be pace on it, like I told you at the beginning. So just make a decision what you're going to do. If it comes back to me, I will play. But it's going to be quick. You good? Can you smile? All right, ready? Green. No green, is there? No, you didn't go anywhere. Yellow. Okay. Make sure your feet get in the ground. That's the main thing. I know that carpet's hard as well. And again, and again. You can do a couple. You ready? Red. Good. Watch the ball. Touch. There you go. That's not bad, no? All right, you can switch up now. Why'd you give me that face? What, you think you're going to catch it? All right. Have at it. Here we go. You ready? Blue. Come on. Yellow. In. Boom. Not bad. Up, up, up. Okay. Go towards the ball. Don't have to dive for everything, all right? If you do, let the hands go. Your range in that square, you can cover the square with your hands. I promise you. All right? You ready? Yellow. Ooh, not bad. Well done. It's good work. Here we go. Red. Yeah, now it starts getting a bit quicker. Good touch. Yes, Jay. Oh, I'll get it. Red. Touch. Well done. So, details. Details. They're making the saves. Never take it away from them. And don't think, yeah, he's just moaning. I'm not. They go into this cone, especially on the second rep. And then they're coming back in, right? You actually do it too slow, and they jump too much. So you're very in here, and those two are jumping in here. It's a balance, right? If you can, get yourself in so you're turning and then dropping back in. You're almost dragging. Do you know what I mean? Then you're in more control. If you jump out, you jump in, that's when it's banging out, okay? So then we progress it. So now I'll call a color, you go and hold. So if I call red and yellow and you go to the front ones, hold at an angle. So go to yellow, angle, good. Just like the ball's there. I'll then say go and then back in. Bang, then the shot comes, okay? If I say yellow and red and you go to the back ones, it's your choice. Face square out. Make sense? On the cone. Because they're the positions you'd be in if you was in those pockets. It's all about the game. Forget that I'm standing here. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Red. You've got to wait for me to say go. You go to red, you hold, I say go, and you come back in. You good? No, I don't say two colours. I never said I said two colours. Yellow. Yep. Yep, keep your foot in the floor. So the ones you do it right behind, it's a pet peeve. You know your right foot, as soon as it bounced, and you've gone nowhere. Your hand is further that way than when it started. Does that make sense? Keep it there and just let yourself go through. You can pull your foot in, but get it in the floor. Okay? 1v1, just come out to just in front of the red. Okay, so if you set there 1v1 with me, right? You'd go wider if you were 1v1 with me, by the way. Now, that movement is quite good. Because see how my shoulder's down? That movement means I'm just laying on the floor. Make sense? Go again. Think about it. Here we go. Yellow. Yep. Yeah, not bad. Don't mind that. Don't mind that. That's a better reaction. You must be able to feel yourself pushing off your leg and your arms coming out. And that's what we're looking for. Okay? Red. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Get your feet in the ground. There's that little hop. Just balance. Just balance. Here we go. Yellow. Yep. Take. Well done. Here we go. Last set on this one. Red. Yep. Take. Well done. One more. Blue. Red. Yep. Take. Well done. Good work. Okay. We can then build that. That's well done. Now we can build that. So we've got a second service coming. If, it's where you got to switch on. If you don't catch, or it's a goal, get up and move in line. Make sense? So even if you make a weldy on me, you've got no time to celebrate it. Imagine it's come off the crossbar and gone in. So anything you don't catch, move for the second. Make sense? Everything else in here is the same. You're a translator? You're done. In a game, if you caught it, you'd be quite happy, no? Well, maybe if you saved it, you'd be quite happy. The movement's the same. Pay attention, all right? It's going to get quick with me, all right? Ready? Blue, green, white, red. Yep. Up. Gotta go, you gotta go. Finish, Jay. Don't worry about this one. Go straight to that one, okay? And again, and again. Blue, green, white, black, pink, red. Yep. Up, move. Move quick, balance. Touch, well done. How's her positioning?
Yeah, on this one, as you're coming across, so if we're seeing the ball off the angle, it's going to change from whether you're seeing the ball central. So now you start to talk about different details from central to angle. So you're seeing with Julia, as you come across, Julia, where did you feel yourself? As you come in, where will you feel yourself positioned? So if we're dealing with ball with Paul, just come in, Paul. Felt yourself just in there. So ideally, when we're seeing the ball off the angle, it changes from central. So now we want to try and take the ball and run it through. So if you just come into your set, run it through this back foot, so this right foot, and then run it through the center of the goal. So now you start to protect your third.
Very small.
If you edge just to your left to touch, too far, back over one, just into there. So now you start to protect your third. This space becomes very important, and now this space just in here is important. So you now take your back foot on that line versus straight down your line there.
So where are you making me shoot? Where are you making me shoot by you being there? Here, exactly. It's the hardest shot, right? Especially if the ball's there and I'm running onto it. The easy shot is for me to bend it in there. So if you go what people call your ball line, which go back to where you were, which is there, 100% I'm going to score every single time. Because the hardest one is actually up there. Do you know what I mean? You don't have time to get there because time of flight's so small, and that's a nice controlled finish. Now, if you're central, like Jay's saying, go back in the middle, now you're just square over it, right? That line is coming straight down the middle to wherever the ball is. Yeah. But that difference on the angle is everything. And those tiny, tiny details are the difference between it going in. You'll see, if you play this through here, you'll see a clip in a minute. You see how Joe's just making sure he's covered that near pocket. When you see the clip from the middle, you're going to see how much it opens up on his near post. Okay? Let's have one more of you in. Just do one more. Switch up. Get out. You good? Here we go. Yellow. Yep. Gotta go. You gotta go. You didn't catch it. Hand. There you go. That's better. And again, give me one more. That's not a catch. Gee. Blue, green, red. Yep. Touch. Get up. It's a great save, but you've got to move. Tuck your elbows. Body's fantastic. Position is fantastic. Tuck your elbows. Okay? Now, we can move that on and go from that side to the middle. So you can have them start here on that angle, give it a yep, into J, find that position, then call a color and have them come in. So that's a very simple exercise. Very simple. But also the pace. Okay? Even if I was working with you lot, that's the pace we'd be working at. And you can ask Jill because she knows. I mean, she broke her hand, unfortunately. All right? You have to train at the pace of the highest player. So in the women's game, they're at about 80 miles an hour now. All right? That's what they're finishing at. So you've got to train at that pace. Otherwise, you're not getting anywhere. You know what I mean? On the men's game, you've got to go as hard as you can, which I can't hit it that hard. All right? But that's how you would do it in that exercise. Just show you one more to finish off with. Jay, just bring them dummies in. Obviously, a fair bit of talk in there. Quick goal, got to get their money's worth out of me. So, now we start putting objects in front and making it a little bit more like the game. Go to about 12 with it, Jay.
Yeah. Central.
So what we'll have the 3 dummies in, and we're going to have an angled dummy as well. And they'll start moving them across their goal. So if you've noticed, what's happened is they've gone from one technical, minimal movement, little bit of movement now, right? You've just had a bit of movement coming in there. and then the pace on the ball, and then you have maximum movement. And then you put some kicking in there as well. So Jay will play down here. This is going to be wider normally. Obviously, we're doing it because I'll be kicking it from row 3. So the service will come from here, and then the service will come from up there. So basically, go to the real position you would be. So you'd be what? Go to where you'd be. Keep going. Stay there. A little bit more. Not that far. A little bit back. There you go. That's pretty much where you want to be, okay? Unless he's penetrating towards you, then you can go. So basically, we want him to cover this post. Obviously, if they go too far, now Jay pulls it back to one of those, you're nowhere, right? But we've got to have you moving in, because again, it's about how you move in the game. So you're going to come in here. I'll give you a yep, but I'm going to be up there. Into here, find the position you want. For the first ones, he's going to pull you back in this space. If he pulls you too far, don't go. Do what you would do in a game. I mean, if he pulls that ball here, don't go for it. Just turn in, because that's what you would do, right? Imagine that could be a defender or a goalkeeper. Typically, if that's a defender, they're putting it in that top corner, right? Because they're running in. After that, get yourself up. There'll be a second serve from me. So now you've got to find me. Can you just grab that ball out so it's not in there? Now you've got to find me for a second serve. Go where you would go, all right? Just play like you would live. Make sense? You good, Jay?
Yeah.
Here we go. Yep. Good take. Up. You find me. Where are you? Not bad. Well done. Yep. Next one's in. Just be ready. Yep. Back up. Okay, so hold there. Come back in. So I'm here. Difficult, isn't it? If you go beyond it, though, you're in trouble. That's where you've got to go, right there. If I go up and over that, give me the hardest shot. Does that make sense? If you go on that side where you were going, no chance. Now you're dealing with where the pressure is of the defenders or where the attacking players are. Make sense? Go again. And set in, go again. Set in front of that post. Don't go level with the post. Yep. Good. And we're up. Oh, hello, that's me. Sorry. I should have hit this one. Because that's exactly what it is. That ball comes in, bang, next one goes in. Okay? Yep. Touch. We're up. Touch. Well done. Well done. What's impressive there is she's not tried to get level with me. If you try and get too far across, what's going to happen? You're off balance. You're off balance, and you're just going to keep going. All right? You've always got to go to when I'm hitting it. Yep. Yeah, hold. You know what you did, though, right? You've set too far back. Play the game. All right? Play the game the whole time. Forget the drill. Just play the game. Yep. Touch. We're up. Oh, hello. Heads up. My fault. That's good, though, because, again, look, where you're getting to, not good my service, where you're getting to is right in here. And that's the line. I can't go there. I can't go on the near post. So that's where you've got to get into. Here we go. Yep. Good positioning. Good take. We're up. Yep. What do you think? Still moving and you're too far across. There is a space to go out and around. So you don't want to be too far over, but you're trying to get too perfect. All right, here we go. Yep. Balance. Right. Up. Take. Well done. Again, positionally, we're starting to sink back into the goal. All right, we've got to hold where we are. You've got to get yourself heels past the post, so when he goes live now, you're protecting both sides of you. All right? Yeah, if the ball's the post, this is where you are. You've got to be there. On that one, not on me. All right? Me's a good save. Yep. And we're up. Take. Well done. So the movement's fantastic, right? You've come across, seen me move back across, and you just adjust with it. Now you're starting to get to the point where you're thinking about where the ball can go based on the obstacles. Okay? There we go. Oh, hello. Yep. Anywhere, Jay. Anywhere you want. Touch. We're up. Jay, what's your foot in?
Referee. It's a penalty.
Good cover. Well done. Hey, that's a good response. It's a good response. It's a great first save because you're starting to cheat, you're starting to go, but you stand up, right? It's a good first save. Here we go. Last one here. Hey. I said, here we go. I didn't say go. Yep. Great hands. And we're up. Come on. Take. Well done. That's a good one to finish on. Well done. That's great handling. So, I have no clue what the time is. It's probably like 4 hours past the end of the session. One thing I want to make clear from my standpoint, and this was made clear to me when I was coming up in coaching. Try and get them as much as you can in here, even if it's a fake 6. If you'll see when we're up there, we have a line painted behind our goal to give us a goal line, and the real pitch is 5.5, nearly 6 yards away. So we constantly have a 6-yard box to get a feeling of where you are. Because what happened, even I've never met them before, and I thought they did a good job. Here. The quicker we went, the more they just play the game, the drill, not the game. Here. You've got to get here. Because as soon as you make the mistake here, you're done. That's you. The same as, oh, he's over there, let me move as quick as I can. And then one rolls in that bottom corner. Protect what you're meant to protect. Acceleration and deceleration are key. Where you put yourself, both north to south and east to west, is key. And how you get there. When I served over there, now you've made your save in here. Now you're running, right? But you've got to be aware, if you're at full pace, you're going to get further across than you were what you were doing at the beginning when you're doing this. So now we can't have it where our body weights, that's why I said well done to you on the one, because your body weight is about to go that way unless you stop. If I'm set, now I can go both ways. And again, everyone plays with inverted wingers now, right? Left-footed player on the right-hand side and right-footed player on the left-hand side. The one that does too many goalkeepers at the elite level, Premier League, La Liga, whatever it is the player cutting in here, shaping to go there, reverses it in here. It can't happen. If I'm here, you've still got to be able to cover this. Because at the end of the day, the bend is on with less pace, but the drive is on with massive pace. And the time of travel for the ball is a lot less. Okay? Obviously from here, if it was our regular training session, bang, we push on into the session. We would have added some kicking, maybe between those last 2 exercises or just now, and it would be very basic across the width for the 18. Simple. All right, because then in the 11v11, they might have to hit some goal kicks, because if we're preparing, it's game day -2. Wilma might want to do some setups for goal kicks, obviously counter-attack, stuff like that. So I've got to make sure they've taken a few strikes as well. All right? What a lot of you are probably sitting there thinking is, how simple is that? There's no bells and whistles, there's no tennis balls, there's no ping pong bats, there's none of that. It's just that. It's the game. I'm not saying that stuff's wrong. If it works for your keepers, it works for your keepers. It's not for me, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. That doesn't mean it's wrong. The key part is, when you're getting close to a game day, keep it like the game. All that stuff at the beginning is just to switch them on. And obviously, if they're used to doing it, you're going to do more of it. The stuff going under the bars, well, there's none of that on game day. No, there's not. But what I don't want is them to come in goal and just be up and down like the ladies were for a couple of them. Once they started going under the pole, you start getting that push from them. And he got a couple of decent saves. And I will be talking to their coach about that. Not the good saves, about why they're not pushing. So that's all we've got here. As Jason himself said, we're going to be in over at the quick goal booth. I will answer any and all questions you have for us. Even if you want to sit there and say, I thought you was wrong, Paul, I would have done it this way. I'm all right with that. Okay? Ladies, well done. Fantastic. Good work in there. No problem. And thank you all for coming.